Floyd.
Rematches on pay-per-view are generally harder to sell. How do you think this fight will sell among the general public, and just what are you guys trying to do to have fans buy it?
I mean, the fight sold out in 10 minutes, so you tell me. So it's obvious somebody is interested. What you say about it, Leonard?
Most definitely. This is the fight that the fans demanded, because it was an exciting fight, and that's what fans like.
Just went back to Grand Rapids.
Yes.
We saw LeBron James just go back to Cleveland. Do you like to go back? And is it successful as you've been to go back to your hometown? I bring this up because Grand Rapids obviously isn't too far away.
And
what do you think about him going back?
I think every athlete, if they're free, they're entitled to go where they want to go. I was free, so I went to Showtime. If you're free, you're able to go where you want to go. He was free, he can go where he want to go. So he wanted to go back home. I went back to Grand Rapids, Michigan, to spend time with my family. But the main person that I wanted to see was the lady that raised me, my grandmother. That's the only reason why I went back. I cut my trip short in Panama to go back and see my grandmother, because I know she's getting up there in age. She has to be close to 90 now. And I want to take her to eat. I want to take her to see a movie and just, spend some time with her. Just to hug her. I went back home just to give her a hug. And I'm happy that I'm in a position to I'm happy that I'm in a position to fly home, fly back to my hometown whenever I want to, just to, hug my grandmother and sit down with her a little while and see how she's feeling.
How important for you to bring your children home?
Oh, my children love the tour. They love the tour, but they be up extremely late. They be up 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. They know we be up at 5 in the morning, knowing we have to be up at 8 or 9. But, they my babies and I love them. But, only thing I want to do is, every day I just teach my children about being responsible and having responsibility. And even like my boys on this trip, my boys, one is 15, one is 13. I tell them about I don't let them get in my truck. We got different trucks when we on tour. They got to go out there. I got to teach them how to become men. Y'all get in your own truck. When we in New York City, y'all go get your own food together. Y'all go to the restaurant yourself. I gotta teach them how to become men, because I was on my own at 16.
Would you want your children to fight?
They're not gonna fight. No, absolutely not. I think I come up in a real rough background, so where all I had to do was fight.
It'll be fun to train them though, man.
They're not fighters. They're athletes. They're athletic, but they're not fighters.
Floyd, are you still looking to get out when the Showtime deal is over with?
I just
3 more fights and that's it?
I can't. I don't really look
That
that
money's
far.
going to be too great.
I don't really look that far ahead.
Would you consider fighting at middleweight?
I can't even make 154, so how can I go middleweight?
Are you done at 154 then? Do you anticipate yourself?
I can't. Well, how can I be done? I'm a champion at 154. Y'all forgot I hold the WBC and the WBA at 154, and I hold the WBC and the WBA
All right, but people
at 147.
Leonard didn't defend.
I had to ask you a question, because I really don't know. Was it every champion that hold the WBC and the WBA at 2 weights at one time? Okay, I was just trying to find out.
Speaking of
Floyd,
that, did you see the fight between Canelo and Laura?
Actually, I didn't. I was spending time with my grandmother. I was watching Planet of the Apes. She was watching the movie, and I fell asleep in the theater.
It's probably more exciting.
You recently made a little wager in Maidana first. What new toys do you think you're gonna buy?
I don't need any toys. I'm okay. Of course, I have a lot of toys. I have a few. I have 3 Bugattis. That's just to name a few.
Your success is obvious, and it's known that you worked your way up to get to that success.
Yes.
Now you have Ava Knight's coming into your gym. What do you think of her, and what do you think the chances are of women getting to the point of the mayhem show?
This is gonna be our new champ. Come over here. She's gonna wait. So she's in the works. We're gonna be working with her, LaTondria Jones. She has been helping our camp out, and she's in the gym working day in and day out. She's about to turn professional, and in a short period of time, give us less than 3 years, she'll be champion.
What is it going to take women to be on that big stage?
Yeah.
We're making every opportunity to try to incorporate women's boxing into what we're doing. There are a lot of excellent women fighters out there in the world, and we happen to have a few of them in our gym, you know, but it's a process. You know, just like with anything, it's a process, and we'll get there when we need to, you know, but we're definitely open-minded, and we've been very responsive to, you know, bringing in women fighters that come in and feel as part of what we're doing.
Okay, I have a question.
I got my teeth bleached.
You guys just applied for a license in New York?
Yes,
for a
yes.
promotional license?
Yes.
And now, is there a possibility of Floyd to be fighting in New York, or is this for the rest of the stable?
We never know what the future might hold. New York is a tremendous state. They have a great history of tradition there, just like Chicago. You know,
We may fight in Chicago. We just don't know.
That would be so awesome.
I'm looking to apply to get a license here in Chicago. We would love to bring fights here in Chicago.
Nate.
So, you know, we're looking to do a number of different things in a number of different states, and not one particular state in general.
Do you anticipate applying for a Nevada license, or would you continue using Golden Floyd just for Nevada shows?
We've already applied for Nevada license.
Just to follow up, you said before earlier on the press tour that you're only going to work with Golden Floyd on a fight-by-fight basis just to see how this one goes in particular. But Floyd, do you feel like Oscar has his personal life together to continue running his company without Richard Schaefer?
All I got to say is Richard Schaefer done it. Richard Schaefer built Golden Boy from the ground up. Richard Schaefer, and I think Richard Schaefer is an unbelievable guy. He's a great guy. Now, as far as Oscar, I don't have nothing negative to say about him neither. You know, I wish Oscar nothing but the best with his company, and he has a lot of fighters. And I know we're going to continue to do business with Oscar, but like I don't have anything negative to say about Richard Schaefer or Oscar. Hopefully, you know, whatever they're going through, they can get it. They can get it clear without going, you know, through a rough situation. You know, because I like Richard, and I don't really speak to Oscar. We speak and shake hands, say, "How you doing?" Even though mine is genuine and his is really not genuine, but I don't wish anything bad towards Oscar.
Floyd, what are the major concerns? What are the major concerns fighting a guy a second time?
I don't know, but it's going to be good. That's a few. I don't really worry about that. You know, like I said before. I mean, he say he beat me the first time. We'll see if he can do it again. We'll have to see. I mean, it's funny to me. I don't really try.
No concerns of strategy?
No, absolutely not. Like I said, I know I won. I know it.
Floyd.
And he know. With him being a fighter, there's no different from me going to the boxing gym. I go to the boxing gym and I can spar a guy, right? Even though I know I dominated the guy. We can box 8 rounds. But he gave me 3 good rounds after 8. I feel like he in the gym, everybody gonna be like, Floyd, he got the best of me. Because, you know, like I said before, the bar is set so high for me. The bar is set so high for me. But so once all I do is go back home and I rest, I eat good, and it be on my mind from sparring. I go home and it can be on my mind from sparring. I'm like, I didn't do good yesterday. Even though I know I could have dominated, I'm like, I didn't do good. I go back and approach it like it's a real fight. And when I'm sparring, I won't even talk no trash. I can be keyed in on my fight.
Is that the goal this time around, 120, 108, just to completely dominate these guys?
No, we going for the knockout. We're not doing that. And yeah, absolutely. But, you know, I have to take my hat off to a guy that's from your city. Nate Jones, he plays a major key in a lot of my big victories. You know, he's one of the voices that I hear every time I go out there and fight. He's one of the voices that's in the corner, and he's a hell of a trainer. And a lot of times people see him on All Access and think he's just a guy that wears the bodysuit. He's more than just a friend of mine that wears the bodysuit. He's a tremendous trainer.
You guys go back since the Olympics.
No, yeah, Nate Jones is from Chicago, and he's a hell of a trainer.
Quick question, just sorry.
We have to
Yeah, no,
take care of our
it's quick.
fans.
Yeah, it's quick.
Patiently waiting.
On one of your undercards before, you wanted to see Garcia and Matisse fight. Is there any particular fight or fighter you want to see on your undercard for coming up? Yeah.
Our business strategy is about giving the fans the biggest and best fights that are out there, and that's what our objectives are. Not anything name specific. We just want to give the fans, when Mayweather Promotions puts on events, we want to give the fans the value for their money. We don't want the fans to walk away and say, oh, that they didn't just fight the undercard, because the undercard is just as important as a main event because it's entertainment.